All right, hey, thanks for tuning in, checking this out. I just want to talk a little bit about something I started to talk about in my last video, but I wanted to get a little bit closer and a little bit more intimate with the idea of speaking from the heart and what that means, what that really means. I mean, when I'm talking about speaking from the heart, obviously what I'm talking about is speaking your truth. And I think that's what most people are going to associate with speaking from the heart is speaking with authenticity, being honest about your feelings, about what's deep down inside of you. And if you look at the video from yesterday, part of what I wanted to illustrate was that truth or true, when we talk about true, we refer to it in other aspects too. We even hanging up a picture or something, when it looks level, it looks true. It's all lined up, and we all recognize this as though it's something inherent, already existing in the universe. And what I'm saying is if you are true to your heart, it will have that effect on you and your life and your mind. Being able to speak from the heart frees up the heart in that sense. We have a saying, clearing the conscience. Well, where does all the clutter go when you don't have a clear conscience? Where does all that sit? It's bouncing around in your head, weighing down the heart, causing things like anxiety, leading to mental health problems, things like that, of your own well-being, because the heart needs to get that off. It's heavy on the heart. Excuse me. But one thing actually came to mind after an interesting conversation today about speaking from the heart. One thing that you may not really consider is how you speak to your kids or how you speak to your pets. You speak with compassion, you speak with kindness, you speak with sweetness. And there's something about when you have that interaction with someone that's close to you, you're not putting up a face. You're not worried about what they're going to think of you, and you're speaking to them as though they're pure and that they unconditionally love you. And when you speak like that, you can hear it in the voice. It becomes calmer, softer, more welcoming, more accommodating, because you're speaking from that place of purity to something that is pure and pure to you and very important to you. So you could think of it in that way as well, because the heart is a place of love. It's a place of compassion and kindness, and it really truly means everything to us. And that's partially why when you don't speak from the heart, it bugs you so much. And there may be those out there that forgot that they didn't speak from the heart, and now their heart is crying, and their heart needs to cry out. And it needs to say a few things that maybe aren't going to come off so kind, but be that as it may, it's still going to cause all those same issues in your mind, in your head, again, because your mind and your ego is protecting that which is precious to you, that which you only distribute to the right people at the right time. But it's also holding you back and limiting you back as it holds your heart back. Asking for that raise when you know you should, or getting out of an abusive relationship, or telling that special someone that you really care about them, and saying it from the heart. When it's spoken from the heart, it is heard and it is recognized. So we can all detect the truth in somebody by the way they speak, the tone, the projection, unless you don't speak from the heart. And then it makes it harder to hear the truth, and then you can't trust anybody, because both your speaking and your audio reception, your listening, are tied together, do you see? So it really behooves you to keep that in mind, or rather keep it close to your heart, that your heart has a voice, in a sense. And it doesn't necessarily come to you in thoughts. It may translate to you in thoughts, based on the beliefs that you have about it, meaning your image of yourself, your ego, all of that. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. What I'm saying is that it's taking control of the things and not letting your heart be what it's supposed to be, and do what it wants to do, and say what it wants to say. So, with that said, speaking from the heart frees the mind. It frees the clutter. It frees the conscience, and it brings the heart back to its natural state of purity and lightness and light. So when you speak with the heart, and you're true to your heart and true to what's most important to you, your heart and your mind come into resonance, come into harmony. And then your mind and your thoughts stop getting in your way about how you should say this to this person, and what is this person going to think of me. Because what you're doing is, you're reclaiming that power. You're bringing it back to where it belongs. You're letting it be. You're letting it blossom. Well, I wanted to keep this short, but thank you very much. Thank you. Hit like if you like this, please. Please leave a comment if you like it too. That really is going to get this going for me. So thank you. Peace and love to you and yours. May you find harmony with your life and what you're doing. And may you speak your truth, so that we all may speak our truths and show each other how that's done. Lead by example, and I think we'll begin to see the world that we all want to see. Thank you.